Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mercy Kill. This is episode 11, titled, Why Do Some of These Games Exist? I say some because we are going to have a couple of good ones, but then we're also going to have a couple that you may have found in a discount bin back in the 90s. I'm Skybills, your host here, and we have Drex23 here, and Author Blues will be in our peanut gallery and running a little bit later. Real quick, before we dive into interview here, Mercy Kill is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that. If you have not already to sub to the channel, we have 3 special events coming up in the next 3 months. An all-women speedrunning event. Frank Fatal returns with another event, Fleet Fatal, online on November 15th to the 21st. Go to gamesdonequick.com/FriendFatal for more information. West Coast weekend is December 4th through the 6th. Schedule will be released on November 20th. AGDQ 2021 online is January 3rd to the 10th, 2021. The games list is out, so feel free to tweet at us at GamesDoneQuick and tell us what your thoughts are on the game list. And with that being said, Drex, hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite all right. How are you doing tonight, Sky?
Good. I'm very happy to be seeing you in the hot seat, although everyone at the start of the show may feel a little bit nervous sitting in the seat that you're sitting in, but I assure you, Drex, you're going to have fun. So I want to know what inspired you to run Aladdin. That is the game we're starting on. And for the Super Nintendo, I saw a lot of questions in chat earlier. Which version is this? This is the Super Nintendo version. So what inspired you to pick Aladdin of?
Really, I wanted to learn a more optimized game because most of the games that I do run are, pretty obscure, and I'm, one of just a few runners in them. So Aladdin had quite a bit of optimization done, and it looked like it was fun, and I had never played it as a kid, so I played the Genesis version, but not the SNES version, so it seemed like a good run to learn.
And you're well known for your Genesis games as well. To everyone asking, we will be having Aladdin for the Super Nintendo first, followed by Puggsy for the Sega Genesis, speaking of Sega Genesis, and then we will have Monster in My Pocket, which I believe is NES. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. There may have been a Genesis version, but I'm not sure.
That one's on NES.
Okay, so 3 different consoles, 3 different controllers here for Drex today. That's very impressive.
I might be cheating on the use of 3 different controllers.
Oh, don't tell anybody that. I'm not going to ask about that. So, have you looked at any new strategies since, or when was the last time you picked this game up, Drex?
I have not looked at any strategies in quite a while on this game. I think the last time I really focused on this was last year for Calithon, and pretty much after that I dropped the game and haven't touched it, so...
Now, I believe the last time you did play this, Drex, correct me if I'm wrong, it was a race between yourself and Author Blues at Calithon, if I remember properly.
Yeah, he kicked my butt. I don't like to think about it.
Hey, you both completed the run, and that's what matters. So, are there any safety strats that you're thinking about implementing in this run?
I mean, there's some extra health orbs and that kind of thing that I could grab, but I probably won't, mostly because I probably just won't remember where they're at, so, yeah, probably won't be doing anything to save the run. It'll just be whether or not I remember enough to get through it and beat the timer or not.
I do have one specific question. This is the one game tonight that we're doing on Mercy Kill that I actually know a little bit about. Are you going to be doing the manipulation on Jafar? And for those of you who don't know about this, I believe it is 3-2 is an auto-scroller, or 3-1 is an auto-scroller, and when the checkpoint cycles over, you can take a death there to try to manipulate one of the final bosses in the game. Drex, do you plan on doing that today?
Probably not, because I don't want a game over, and you have to take a death there, so if I do take a death anywhere else, it can make some other RNG bad, like on the genie level. It can give you the unfavorable slow RNG on the little section where he pops up the platform, so I probably will not be doing that.
Okay. That's like the one key trick I remember from watching you run this for so long and some of my other friends, so I'm very much looking forward to Aladdin. Are you ready, Drax?
I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be, so sure.
All right. I'm quite excited about this one. So you count us down, Drex, when you're ready.
So time's going to start as soon as I hit game start here. So
Okay.
give you a countdown from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so here we go. See
All
if
right.
I remember how to do this. Get up here and get our rug so that we can do this. This is the main mechanic in this game is mashing this rug while you're in the air, and you move forward one frame every time you do it. So you can really pick up a lot of speed doing that. Didn't want to take that hit, but whatever. Also, you're going to see me collecting a lot of gems in this, and that's to get myself extra health as well. So for every 100 you get an extra heart, and that'll save me from having to find the hidden health orbs that you can find around the levels.
So speaking of Aladdin and that race, we do have Author Blues on in our peanut gallery for Drex's runs today. Hey, Auth.
Hey, I'm here too. This game is very good. It's the best game you're going to see tonight.
That is true. The way we did the schedule today is the games get gradually worse in air quotes and lesser known. So this is the top of.
And then finally we have Bubsy 3D, which is very good, is what you mean to say.
Everybody knows that game. Oh, no. A little short there.
This game's, like Drex was saying, this game's actually super optimized. Some really, really talented runners have put hundreds of man-days into this game, weeks of game time into this to optimize it. This is a shockingly optimized game. And like Drex is saying, mashing the cape is to make him go a little faster. You do move forward 1 pixel every time you do it, so it's worth it. There are some strats that require you to do it optimally in order to make certain cycles under some circumstances, but for the most part, just doing it kind of passively will save a little bit of time here and there.
Nice strat here with the apples on the boss that Drex is doing.
Alright, managed to get through the first world here without too much trouble.
Hey!
I picked up some extra apples there, just because I can't really remember the strats. You need a certain amount of apples for the run to use for certain things, so I couldn't really remember where I should have grabbed them, so it was just safe for me to grab them there, so I have them.
My gosh, Drex, you're only a few seconds behind your PB here. Not quite a sync, but it looked really good so far.
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure we can change that.
Oh my gosh, Auth.
Oh boy, there we go. Alright, so now I can't do the damage boost over this pit here. I'm going to have to grab chicken up here, so it's a little bit slow. But that's okay. There's one of those safety strats you were looking for, Sky.
Mm-hmm. This stage isn't that bad. Things start kind of ramping up in the next stage. There's quite a few skips that you can do in the next stage, but they're all very, very risky in that if you miss them, you're probably dead.
I'm going to go for the one skip. We'll see if I get it or not, though.
Yeah, one of them's not too bad.
On the raft, you can do a little bit of a skip.
Drex mentioned a little bit toward the beginning, I wanted to touch on what he was talking about. Every time you collect 100 gems, you get an additional heart container and a complete health refill. And the strats for this game are optimized to the point where there are specific times where you want to get those health refills. And so there's pretty much a specific order that you get gems in this game.
Well, I did not get it. I messed up a little there, so...
Oh, at least you didn't die, though.
Careful. Yeah. Oh, boy. There we go. Thanks for saying at least I didn't die.
Oh, Drex!
Well, at least you didn't die then.
The nice thing about dying in this game, though, is you get another chance to get more gems when you die. So that's great, right?
People give me, we'll call it issues or complaints, when I curse people as it is, Drex. They don't need help from you.
Did I make it? No, I didn't make it through. Okay. Oh, boy. Well, let's not die again. All right. Let's get this back on track.
Okay.
All right. So there's a pretty optimized timing to get through here, and I've completely messed that up, so... At least I did not die again, though.
That's probably one of the toughest stages in the game to do optimally. The only other one that I can think of that's particularly bad is the third stage of the Genie set of stages.
I find that level that I just completed to be the hardest level in the entire run to do consistently.
Mm-hmm.
That's where most resets happen, other than the very first level.
Someone said give Drax an extra minute on the clock. No live deals. I have to say this every episode of Mercy Kill. There will be no live deals on this show.
So here's our auto scroller, and yeah, I'm definitely not taking a death here on purpose because I'm already at 1 life. I need to have 2 or 1 lives when I get to the Genie level to make sure I get the fast platforms. So I'm gonna try to be careful here and get the gems as quick as I can. Get my health back and not take another death.
And this is one stage, a lot of speedrunners, when they play a stage, especially an autoscroller, they tend to let their mind drift. You really can't do that on this stage. Number one, you probably still want to collect those gems to be able to get extra hearts for damage boosting. And if you didn't notice, it's kind of easy to die on this stage if you're not paying attention.
It's extremely easy to die here. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of lag management that you want to do here as well. When there's fireballs and gems on the screen and everything, it can give you a little bit of lag. So you want to kind of collect stuff at a certain time and that kind of thing. So for an auto scroller, there's actually a lot going on.
So he wants to ultimately be like slightly over 100 gems by the end of the stage. He wants to collect his first health refill basically right at the end of this level. And he's actually on great pace for that, since we mentioned that one of the side effects is that when you die, you keep all your gems. So he basically had another pass of half that level to collect more.
I've heard this is the fun level to get all the red gems out of.
Oh yeah, this level is not fun. That's what you mean, right?
Well, and 100%.
Not fun, right?
So coming up is going to be...
I missed it by 1.
No!
That's okay.
Coming up is a very classic level. If you've played this game casually before, you may never forget this level.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about this level. Let's see if I remember how to get through this without crashing my carpet here.
So for those of you who want to play this casually, see where the carpet symbol is on the top next to the apple symbol? If you stay roughly underneath the carpet symbol up there, you're probably going to be okay through this. I wish I had known that when I played through this the first time.
I completely forgot about that, so thanks for reminding me.
I do what I can.
This is certainly a lot easier than the carpet level from the Genesis version.
Oh yeah, the Genesis one is awful. So now we're going to be going to the Genie's Lamp.
I know you're probably not reading chat, Drex, but I just want you to know that there's a bunch of Aladdin Genesis apologists in the chat who are like out here, like honestly, talking big game about how good the Genesis version is and how bad the SNES version is by contrast. I want to let you know that everyone watching you is wrong.
I get that a lot when I play this game. It's a non-stop topic. And, like I said earlier, I was a Genesis kid growing up, so I played plenty of Aladdin on Genesis. But I find this game to be a more fun speedrun. Casually, though, both games are fine games. Alright, so I didn't do the optimal strats there, and I never do the optimal strats on this level, so I'm just doing my best to get through here.
So, Drex, you're only one stage behind past Drex right now. Well done so far.
Yeah, I don't know who you're racing, but they're doing way better than you.
Wow, off.
Don't worry, I'll get mine.
Yeah, Drex will not forget for your run.
I'm just trying to prep him so he doesn't have to feel bad, ragging on me.
I am missing so many gems. Oh well.
Are those useful?
Oh, those are very useful. Right.
Okay.
We gotta get up the tongues here as quick as we can. I think I'm okay here, though. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was nice. That was good boost.
No, that wasn't
Oh.
good, though.
No.
Go for it again. Okay, let me die. Perfect.
What?
Whoops. Oh, I was trying to jump up on that chicken, but I didn't have any luck, so...
Oh, is
Boy, I
that
missed
what that
one
is?
too.
Drex just needed the extra
There
gems.
we
It's
go.
okay.
Yep, that's what it was. I needed the... Oh, get up! No, no, no! Boy, we're losing just boatloads of time here.
So what you're seeing here is optimal movement. And it might not look like it. This stage is very challenging, so honestly, give it up to Drex. He's this stage is not easy. It's very cycle-based, and honestly, did a great job.
About the best you could do. Right on par with the Hulk's world record through this, I'm sure.
The Hulk is watching this sweating right now.
Oh, yeah. I'd always wondered what a rusty run of La Hulks would look like.
It'd be
Mostly
about
like
2
his world
minutes
record.
faster than this.
Not too much different from the world record.
Alright, so now we're off to the pyramid. That definitely happened. This definitely happened in the movie, right? Everybody
I think this was
thinks
actually.
in the movie.
I think this was actually from the book. Pretty obvious. People who didn't read the book. So.
Off, did you read the book?
Yeah, because I'm not a poser. Oh, I only watched the movie.
Uh-oh, you don't want to land on these platforms, but I did, so that's okay.
And Drex nails 5-1. Very nice, Drex.
Alright, I'm gonna be grabbing a health orb here, because I remembered this one's here. Kind of low on health, so just gonna go ahead and grab it.
See, and I asked you about safety strats, and you wouldn't give me an answer.
But he didn't remember that was there until he saw it. I know exactly how his brain goes. Because if you asked me, like, what's your safety strat in this game, I'd say, I don't know, try not to die. And then I'd see that chest, and I'd be like, wait, I know there's something in there.
Right, and this level, if you're doing this level fast, you can do a lot of damage boosting. I don't really know if I'm gonna do very much of that here, but I'm gonna do my best not to die.
You're already schmoovin', though. I mean,
Yeah.
way to go, buddy.
Okay, there we go. Oh no, I forgot about the sword guy there. Alright, and this is the hardest boss in the game. Oh boy. I missed it too.
Got a lot of Drex fans in chat tonight. I like this. Hey, y'all.
I didn't know I had any fans. I'm kind of surprised, honestly.
Drex, where can people find you, and what have you been working on right now in your stream?
Well, lately I haven't been streaming much. I've been dealing with some health issues and stuff like that. But when I do stream, twitch.tv/Drex23. Hopefully in the next few weeks or so, I'll be back on a somewhat regular schedule. And I have no idea what I'll be playing or anything. Just happy to have any time to sit down and play some games at this point.
Did we hit the donation goal for Drex to sing along with this?
Not that kind of GDQ event off.
Okay. Sorry.
And you get a lot of hearts. You get a lot of gems here, so it's a nice level for if you're doing bad. I'm gonna collect as many as I can. I'm not doing a very good job at that though. And I think
actually
this level
good
has more
Good.
red gems than you actually need for 100%. If I am not incorrect, I think there's actually extra red gems here.
Interesting. There's several divergent paths through the gym, so I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, but I don't know that specifically. This level is always your opportunity to catch up on the gym route, which seems like, oh, that's not that big of a deal, then you can get back on track really easily, but it's like, if you haven't practiced this level, and honest to God, who would ever practice this level? If you haven't practiced this level, it is really hard to get the amount that you need.
I'll tell y'all, if
those are slow.
If someone ever plays WarioWare Smooth Moves on this channel, I'll sing Tomorrow Hill. That would be the song I would be comfortable with singing on here.
I just saw a really good comment in chat about my face looking like, why am I doing this? I am asking myself that question the entire time that this is going on, so you nailed it right on the head there.
But you look like you're having fun despite questioning your life choices.
I'm having a blast right now. The most fun that I've had in as long as I can remember.
Also, little under 9 minutes left, Drax. I think you got
9 minutes? I'm doing all right.
Yeah, little under 9, so it's like in the 8s now.
Uh-oh, be careful, you're in the 8s.
Just looking good for Drex right now. I know if you fail this, I'll never hear the end of it from chat and YouTube, but, you know, right now it's looking pretty good for Drex. By the way, folks, if Drex wins this, I'm pretty sure this will even the count between the timer and the speedrunners. So, that would be...
not to jinx anything, but there is no way, that I don't meet the timer on the next game, so... I have not had a run over 30 minutes in Puggsy in a very, very long time, so... Not that I played it in a very long time, but... Starting to remember the things here, though, so...
There you go.
We're zooming along here.
Oh, look at this room!
He can be taught!
Drax, that first part of that room looked awesome, by the way. The part with Iago, like, oh my goodness.
If you didn't know better, it looked like a speedrunner.
Uh-oh. Okay, there's a chicken here, right? I think there's a chicken here.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
There's definitely a chicken there. Alright. We're gonna take a little damage. Oh boy, I didn't get it quite right. Alright. Get our bread here. Now we got our first Jafar fight. See what we do here. Now, if I would have done the RNG manipulation, you get a certain pattern on him to get a quick setup for the quick kill on this. I did not do that, so I'm not guaranteed anything here. But...
Nope, Jafar, not cooperating. You want the pattern with the chickens on it.
Yep. And I did not... There we go. I think I got it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So not the quickest kill possible, but we got the setup for a quick kill on him.
Nice job, Drax! Oh, also, get ready to get your GGs out for Past Drax. Past Drax is about to finish.
You've only got 6.5 minutes left to finish, Drax. Be careful.
Wow.
This final boss is a doozy.
Get your GGs out for Past Drax.
No, you didn't at all.
Past Drax has won.
You could have pulled off 20 minutes. It would have been tight, but you could have pulled off 20 minutes.
See if I remember what I'm supposed to do against this guy. Nope, I don't.
Well, he abandoned that one quickly.
And no. Alright, we're just gonna kill him regularly here. We don't need to rush, right?
A little under 6 minutes, Drax. You tell me.
Oh boy. This is just going great.
As a reminder, folks,
he wants everyone to be able to enjoy this game as much as possible. It's a good game.
It's content.
It is a good game.
For those of you wondering about Versakill, runners are not allowed to practice their game prior to playing. So if for some reason...
I did not practice. I did not watch any videos of this or anything.
That's his excuse.
And that's time.
There you go! GG! There it is!
That's sub 20.
Wow, really? I can't.
Yeah, that was in 1945 or so.
Wow, Drex has conquered the timer. Congratulations, everyone. Get your GGs out for Drex, who has now evened the timer versus the speedrunners at 9 apiece. Drex, congratulations.
Oh, I can't believe Aladdin got bit by the snake at the end.
We
Oh,
hear-
nobody got to see that.
No, nobody
Aladdin
got
got
to
bit.
see
He'll be
that.
okay.
He will be okay.
We want to see your face instead, Drex.
Oh, there I am. My face. I see it now.
Yes. So congratulations. Now, Drex, you still have 2 more runs. So the fate of the speedrunners versus the timer is still very much in your hands. If you can win both of them, the speedrunners will be ahead by a decent margin. If you win one and lose the next one,
off to keep it ahead. Maybe I should lose one on purpose, just so that way I put the pressure on him.
no, do not lose one on purpose, please. We have to have this be as genuine as possible, Drex. All right, real quick before we go on our break, folks, remember that Mercy Kill is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already just subbed to the channel. An all-women speedrunning event, Frame Fatale returns with another event, Fleet Fatale, online on November 15th through the 21st. Go to GamesDoneQuick.com/Frame Fatale for more information. I'm also going to be hosting at that event, so please be sure to get out there and support Frame Fatale. Again, the dates for that is going to be November 15th through the 21st. There are a ton of awesome runs. And again, GamesDoneQuick.com/Frame Fatale. For more information, the schedule, etc., you will not be disappointed. It is a fantastic event. All right, everyone, get up, stretch, and hydrate. We'll be right back with Drex23 playing Puggsy. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I'm Skybills, and I'm joined here by Drex23, and we are getting prepared for the next run, which is Puggsy. Drex, when you think of Puggsy, what do you think of?
I think of my childhood, really. This game was one of the very first games that I ever played, and it's what got me into speedrunning. I actually, before I started speedrunning this game, I had zero interest in speedrunning whatsoever, and one of my viewers actually, I had brought this game up a couple of times when people had asked me about games that I had played when I was a kid, and told me that there was no time posted for this game on the leaderboards, and I was like, oh well, maybe that would be fun to do, and it started all the speedrunning stuff that I do now. So yeah, to me it's just a good reminder of my childhood and that kind of thing.
So you have a lot of nostalgia for this game. And this is really the game that Drex is known for. When you think of Drex23, Puggsy is definitely one of those things that we think of. Partially, I was talking to Drex about this on the break. Drex had a lot of notifications involving Puggsy sound bites, and it's really, really funny. So that's what I think of when I think of this game. I think of Drex having fun with those alerts, having a good time playing Puggsy. Didn't you have a whole month dedicated to Puggsy, Drex?
Do I have a what?
A month dedicated to that, in terms of, I remember you were working on speedrunning to get the record, and I think you took like a few weeks per month.
It took me about 16 months to get the world record back when Off took the world record from me in this game. Off and on, I'd worked on it for about 16 months after that, and then I finally beat the world record by 1 second, and then one of my friends in real life, since he had watched my stream so much and took interest in the game, he decided to further optimize the game, and then he beat my world record by 1 second about 2-3 weeks later. And I haven't touched the game really since then, because it was just a really long grind trying to get the world record back and everything. And I don't typically care about world records in video games, but this is one record that I would like to have the record for every category of Puggsy. So eventually I'll get back to any percent in this, like really grinding it and that kind of thing. But this is going to be the first time I played it in quite a while.
Well, maybe something from this run will give you inspiration and maybe spark for you to get that world record back. And that's kind of the hope here. Again, Puggsy isn't quite as rusty as the rest of the runs, but as Drex said, Drex hadn't touched it in quite some time. And when you're separated from some games rust more than others. That could be the case here with Puggsy, and I'm very interested to see where this goes. Drex, are you ready to go? We have a 30-minute estimate for this.
Yeah, I am ready whenever y'all are ready.
Okay, count us down when you're ready to go.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. See if I can remember which button does what in this game. So there are 3 different buttons that you have to use in this game. One jumps, one grabs stuff, and one throws stuff,
So we have Oth in our peanut gallery again, and Oth may know a thing or two about Puggsy as well, being that Oth did hold the world record for Puggsy for a little while.
About a year and a half, I guess. This game is surprisingly good. I didn't know anything about it really until I saw it, I think, initially in like a mystery tournament at some point, and then I mean, me and Drex met because he was running the game, so that's how we became friends. And now we're basically best friends in the whole world. Like,
BFFs,
so that's
basically.
Oh,
yeah. So it was worth it. This game is. Yeah, I suffer for my art. This game is sort of a puzzler platformer, so every stage has puzzle elements, some exploration elements. Most of the stages are actually remarkably straightforward when you know what you're supposed to do. But the challenge for this game is really just figuring out what's expected of you. This is a surprisingly sophisticated game. It has a completely unique physics engine. It's not like everything's hard-coded, but it's actually simulating physics on every single object, which is pretty rare for games at the time. It's very good. It's very good. I don't know. It's very good. What do you want me to say? It's good. It's a good game.
It is a good game, surprisingly good. I know that some people are sometimes turned off by the game aesthetically.
Oh, that makes sense. Puggsy is horrific. He's straight out of a horror scene. But he's friend-shaped.
Yeah, he is definitely friend-shaped. So this level here is going to have one of the first like big skips, I guess you could call it, where we oh boy. So do that. All right. Not really a skip, but a optimization of utilizing the physics engine here. So what I'm going to do is I have to get both these objects to the other side of the screen, and I'm going to, rather than carry 2 objects, which is impossible to do, take 2 trips, I'm going to just make a throw on this key. And if I've done it right, we should hear a click in a second. Got it. And that opens the lock on the other side of the level where I need to take this axe to. So it actually took quite a while to kind of figure out a strat for that.
so we do have some comments in chat here. Liz, first of all, hey Liz, it's nice to see you. Liz says Puggsy is great. He gives big gushy hugs. I believe that. I absolutely would believe that.
So whoopee
don't know
cushion
why I
filled with
grabbed this.
expired mayonnaise.
What?
Yeah,
That's what Puggsy actually is.
The most fun part about playing Puggsy is coming up with things that Puggsy is.
Oh, look
Because
at
I
those
mean,
glasses.
the real story is kind of boring. He's a space hopper alien. No, that's it's not creative enough. So if you have an idea for what you think Puggsy is, feel free to post it in chat. That's the most fun thing you can do with Puggsy.
I like the glasses. They're cute.
Oh, he's gonna get super swag here in a second. We got our first power up, the glasses. Gives us an extra hit. As you can see, there's no life bar in the game. But we're also gonna get some sneakers that are gonna make us run really fast and jump really high. To do that, we're gonna take this here. This looks like a spoon. It's actually a balloon. Puggsy can instantly inflate it. And
We've got some people in the chat asking the important questions, mostly what is Puggsy? And honestly, it's like a Mad Libs game. Come up with your own thing. It's a Richard Nixon mask filled with mud-flavored Jell-O. There's just so many options, you know?
I see a California raisin. You know, and Oth may know a thing or two about the California raisins, the grape escape. That is an actual game.
I see someone said he's the love child of a nose and a slug. Yeah, that one works. Casper says he's a latex glove full of squirrel blood.
What?
That sounds right. Yep, that sounds right.
That checks out.
An old rugby ball filled with raisins.
I can see the rugby thing. Yeah, yeah.
Did not do this very optimally at all.
An animatronic Moai face.
Looks like somebody ironed Elf. That's another
Okay, that's
game.
a good one.
Elf.
That's a good one. Looks like a Mr. Potato Head that melted a bit. Okay, yeah, I got that.
Alright, so this is our second boss. You may have noticed we fought a boss earlier. A lot of stuff happens so fast in this game that it's impossible to really explain what's going on, because the explanation for what's going on takes longer than actually doing it. But this level, we're just dropping these balls onto this giant raccoon's head by stepping on switches on the ground. But don't worry, it's not actually a giant raccoon.
Yeah, don't worry. There's a plot twist coming.
There's a plot twist coming.
Don't hurt our friend. That's a cute boss.
He's attacking you, though. The raccoons are the bad guys in this one.
Oh.
Sorry.
So the twist is, it was actually 3 raccoons on a unicycle dressed up as one giant raccoon.
But they're so cute.
They are, and they're fine, also.
Yeah, they rode their unicycle right off screen. They're good to go. So somehow I've managed to keep my sneakers this far. Kind of surprising, honestly. This is going as smooth as it's going. This level looks as good as you think it looks. The water physics in this game are pretty terrible. I mean, great. Basically feels like you're trying to walk through maple syrup. And you can kind of wiggle items in the water to give yourself a little swimming ability. Don't really know if that's intended or not, but that's what we do.
Yeah, items have certain buoyancy properties, and the way that you hold them can sometimes...
We just want to get up on top of this duck, and we messed up, so we're going to start over again. Because I do not want to lose my sneakers there.
Someone said this isn't the CD version. Drex, have you run the CD version?
I have run the CD version,
okay.
Which is full, extra packed with extra fun.
Yeah, the only difference is that there's 2 more bosses, and neither of them are interesting enough to warrant.
Excuse me,
caring
3 more bosses.
Oops.
One of them is a FMV that you fight. So.
Yep, just a movie that you fight. He's not kidding. That's legit.
Liz said, when I was learning this video game, this level broke the Genesis controller.
Oh yeah, it definitely has broken controllers for me too. Especially before I found an optimal strap for it, it just ruined controllers. In this game, there's a bunch of extra exits and levels that sometimes take you to useful places and sometimes don't. In any percent, we only go out 2 exits in one level one time, and that's this level here. So I'm going to complete it once there to open up one path that we're going to come back to. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to complete the level again, taking another path. But there's a lot of, in the 100% of this game, or whatever you want to call it, all levels, can't really call it 100% because of some technicalities, but there's a bunch of like basically tech demos built into the game where they didn't find any other way to really utilize the physics in regular levels, so they made levels specifically for using certain physics and that kind of thing. And
the team that made this game were originally Amiga demo scene programmers, so they really just wanted to show off cool programming things.
All right, I'm gonna take this. This is totally a torch. I'm gonna toss it right here, and I think I missed. Definitely. Oh, I know. I still got it. Wow. So I thought I didn't throw it right to hit. There's a rope that you burn with that at the end of the thing there, and then it launches a key out for you to get out of the level. So even though I thought I threw it bad, I didn't. This level used to be a big problem, but we recently found a big skip here. Used to have to throw 8 of these coins into the chute, or 7 of these coins into the chute. And now you don't anymore. If you can do it right, you can do it with just 1. There we go. You re-grab it, and then you hit the trigger here. Opens up the door. So that's a big time saver in this run. Saved about a minute over the previous PB. Oh my goodness, and the flower mouse was kind to us. So just like that, I'm very close to my PB apparently. because I did not get that in my PB.
Yeah, it looks like you're. I don't want to say you're almost in sync, but this is looking pretty good. I mean, I want to see you succeed, Drex, but I don't know how to feel if you get like a world record run on Mercy Kill. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about myself after this. Okay.
I won't know what to say if that happens.
I'm gonna feel so happy for you, but I'm gonna feel so bad because it's not what the show's about.
Or you still have that. You still have that last level that could mess everything up.
And it's very possible that if I get ahead at any point, it could be a world record, since there's only 1 second difference between the world record and my PB at the moment. So.
Well, again, I'm hoping for you, but also I'm terrified right now.
Usually I mess this up when I'm rusty on it, so I don't know how I managed to get it. But you have to hit these levers in a certain order to get the crane position to redrop these bags of flour. Alright, so now we're going to go back the other way. Our other path. This level here, basically what's going on here is that this raccoon will follow you on the left and right axis of the screen, so wherever Pugsy's at. And you use this remote so that you can actually see the eyeball, basically. Change your camera view to the eyeball. And all I'm doing is walking back and forth. This raccoon jumps every 4 seconds, no matter what you do. So I'm going to be guiding it through this maze. What you can't see down below is I'm just moving back and forth. And we managed to get through there without any hiccups. Oops, wrong way. Right.
I actually think you're about a second ahead of your PB right now. I think.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, maybe I read that for the wrong level then.
I'm definitely behind now, so.
Okay. Some of this looks the same to me after a while.
He's about a level behind, but it's okay. He's doing really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten a lot of good luck in places where he needed good luck.
See if I can remember. How to
Okay.
For what it's worth, also his PB is written backwards on screen. The PB on screen says 23-24, but it's actually 24-23.
Oh, I must. I think we can get that fixed.
No, I mean it's not a big deal. I'm just saying, like, don't look to that as being the decider of whether or not he got a world record.
Oh, get up there.
We got you now.
Oh,
Thank you.
That's not good. Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Oh, that's a really cute ship.
Oh no, I missed it. Well, you can get a perfect 2-cycle here, and I'm gonna get the backup, second fastest 2-cycle. Still pretty fast though.
I remember a time where you barely were pulling off 3 cycles. You've grown so much, Drex.
I really have.
When I first started watching Drex speedrun this game, he wasn't sure he would ever cut the 30-minute mark. And through my harassment over the years, he got the time down to 24 minutes.
You don't do that to your friends.
Harassment really pushed me.
That's exactly what you do to your friend. So what he's doing here, that physics exploit he was doing, you're supposed to climb on top of that ball to come over here and get something that you use to go back and make it so that you can bring the ball forward. But I mean, a lot of this game is really just exploiting the physics engine as much as possible.
And also there, I lost a little bit of time. I was trying to show off the gravestone of Wiz and Liz there. They are indeed dead, apparently.
Poor Wiz and Liz.
What do I do here? Oh yeah, that's right. Do this. This is another big exploit of the physics engine.
15 minutes remain.
Well, I don't want to jinx anything, but I think that we're going to beat the timer here. I've had very, very good luck. I have not lost my sneakers yet.
When you said that, you entered this stage, and I really thought you were gonna take a hit like right away.
That wouldn't be on me at that point.
We'd still find a way to make it your fault.
We got another neat abuse of the physics engine coming up on this level, and there's even a faster way to do it now than what I'm going to do here. But this level usually requires you to grab 3 pieces of dynamite and throw it down these tracks to blow up some barriers in the way to then clear the cave down here, but I'm going to do it with 1 stick of dynamite. I'm going to take this 1 stick of dynamite down here. I'm going to make a pretty precise throw, and it's going to bounce off of this angle here and shoot down this cave to open the exit for me. And I missed! Alright, so we're going to try it again.
The story for this game is kind of boring. It's just, you know, you're this abomination and you crash landed on Earth and have to get your ship back. That's it.
It's not Earth, it's the planet.
Sorry, the planet. But you have to get your ship back. The raccoons all stole it, and you want it to, you know, fly away.
The actual story for the game is in the instruction manual, so if you find a copy of the instruction manual, you can read the story, the backstory to the game. It's actually quite entertaining to read.
Oh, so this is Pikmin. God, no.
Mm-mm.
This is way better than Pikmin. I think I go this way now.
Yeah, PB Drex just finished fighting Twinkle Toes, so...
Oh, we are way behind.
Well, I'm just letting you know, there's no pressure on you to feel like you got a world record, you know?
Still want to give everybody a great
No, you're giving a great show right now. I'm just saying... You don't gotta feel that extra layer of pressure, like, if I make even one small mistake.
Oh, there's that one mistake. Uh-oh, okay. Alright, we're just gonna take it easy here. Usually you want to throw this little orb and get both those raccoons with 1 shot, but... Let's do it nice and steady here. Alright, here comes everybody's favorite boss in the game, Twinkle Toes. And we got the double hit, so you can hit this boss twice in a cycle if you jump at the right time. And there's buffering of your inputs on this game, so you can actually just buffer the jump by holding the jump button. You have 2 chances at getting a perfect kill on this boss, which I managed to mess that up. So, gonna get 1 extra cycle here probably. Yep. That is not fire, by the way, it's Mr. Pibb, in case you were wondering.
I love Mr. Pibb.
This is why Mr. Pibb isn't... You can't buy it in stores anymore, because that dragon used it all. So this level, we have to zap these ghosts and get some letters to put on the wall. And if you're playing this game casually, you saw a flashlight up at the top. And you use the flashlight to reveal where the tiles go on the wall. Casually, that's what you do, but since I know where they go, I don't have to do that. Toss them wherever. Here we have another... This is a pretty big skip. Usually you're supposed to solve a little puzzle here and make a potion to jump over a pit, but that's really slow, so we're just going to use this case here. throw it, and hopefully we're gonna jump. Oh my goodness, I got it first try.
Yep.
Easy. What an easy strategy.
I don't hardly ever get that first try, so that's awesome.
That's
Would you
music
believe me
skill.
if I told you that you were on world record pace right now?
No.
Okay, good. No, because that wouldn't be true, but...
So Puggsy is really light and gets blown around real easily, so we gotta grab this giant head here to make our way through here. Get past these birds, which we used to not have a good way to deal with these birds, but we now know how they act exactly. If they're coming down fast... Uh-oh. Don't want to do that usually. If it comes down fast, you can just sneak right under the bird. If it's coming down slow, then you just jump on its head. Don't really know why they act the way they act, but usually you don't want to throw all the dynamite there, because if one gets stuck and you can't re-grab it, you have to restart the level. On this level with the sneakers, you can just run right through it. If you don't have the sneakers, that's a little bit more difficult. That's a lot of this game is made easier by having the sneakers, so that's why you don't want to lose them. If you get hit a single time, you lose them. So pretty much to be on world record pace in this game, you have to be completely damageless through the entire game.
But that's no big deal. It's not like any of the levels are hard.
No, not at all. Hopefully I threw that down the right chute. I think I did. You just have to throw this item down alternating chutes. This level is a little tedious. There is apparently a way to skip one platform cycle on this level, but it's extremely, extremely difficult. And no one's been able to get it in a run yet, so not really an RTA viable strat currently. So when you're in boss fights and you get hit, you have a life bar. And you only have a life bar in boss fights for whatever reason. So if you get hit in a boss fight, you don't lose any of your power-ups. But on regular levels, you do lose power-ups when you get hit.
Yeah, so that's the sort of puzzle aspect we were talking about. I know it seems like everything Drex is doing is nonsense, and that's because it is. But if you were playing this casually, you would be trying to figure out how to advance whatever the level expects of you. So for instance, in this level, if you put odd numbered items down the left side, they increase by 1, and if you put even numbered items in the right side, it increases by 1, and there's a 6 right by the door. So it's telling you that you have to get the number to 6.
Oh no. Messed up there. Gonna restart the level. Now we are coming up against the clock here for real now.
Mm-hmm. We have about 6 and change left.
Gotta restart again. Now this is the game I was confident that I would definitely beat the clock in, so...
Oh, I don't think you have anything to worry about. You'll beat the clock, probably.
Yeah, past Drex now is on the last boss, if I remember correctly.
That past Drex guy sure is good at this game. So what I'm doing here is I have to float that key up through those vents because I can't take an object past that switch there. I'd open a trapdoor and kill myself, so I had to float it up on that balloon.
Oh man, I saw you almost miss that key. That spooked me.
Alright, we're just going to play it safe here. We got to get a cannonball because, again, Puggsy weighs nothing. So we need a cannonball to get past this next spot. So we're going to throw this match, hopefully catch us in the air. Perfect. Now we can use this to get past this fan. And there we go. Alright, this is the last level. So here we've got an object that we can't pick up. We have to push it to from one side of the level to the other. And it may wind up looking easy, or it may look extremely difficult, just depending on how it goes here.
This is one of the few items in the game that Puggsy can't pick up, and it is a real chore to get it to the other side. This isn't even most likely the intended way to do this. It's just the fastest and most optimal way to do it in the speedrun.
5 minutes?
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Man. Let's not jinx it here.
Go, Drex, go!
Oh boy.
So he's gotten it in a bad position, but we actually did discover that you can redeem this. Sometimes... There you go.
Wow.
You got it.
Wow. Nice job, Drex.
That's a tough spot to get out of. You have to just gamble on the physics.
Get your GGs out for Past Drex, by the way, folks. Finished about a minute and change. Good job, Past Drex.
Way to go.
We know what the intended way is. It's almost certainly balancing the object on top of the barrel. That's really, really challenging to do. But it's most likely the intended way because once you get off the slope, it's a lot easier to manage. It's hard to say, though.
Alright, final boss here.
Here's our last boss. Very difficult boss. Oh no, I took a hit. And by very difficult, I mean just stand in the middle of the screen on pretty much, you know, any number of pixels there in the middle, a little off center, and you bounce the lasers right back up, but you don't take any damage. No idea why that works, but it's actually explained in the credits of the game that you can do that, so it is intended. We're going to be coming up on time on the next hit.
Okay.
That's time.
Alright, that's 2 runs that Drex has completed against the timer today. Get your GGs out for Drex, representing the speedrunners against the timer today. Well done, Drex.
I was a little worried there for a second, but I didn't lose my sneakers, so that would have been the biggest time loss there. If I would have lost sneakers, it would have been tougher to get back on track because you're going to lose about a minute anytime you have to go back and get sneakers from a backup spot. So luckily, did not lose sneakers.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of us that were nervous in the chat for a little while. You know, we saw it go below 4 minutes and we're like, uh-oh. Because I didn't know how much game was left. I knew what the final boss looked like, but that's about it. But I'm really excited.
The last level with the spiky ball can eat up a lot of time if you get really unlucky there, so...
You know what? Someone in chat said poor Skyvilles doesn't get to use her size so far. You know what? The runners are winning now. We are back on track. A lot of people, you have to understand, it's really hard to sell the hot seat if the runners fall that far behind. You know, it's asking, you want to be on my show that more people have failed than saved? And it's kind of hard to sell that at that point. So Drax, thank you for getting the runners back on track. We have one more game coming up, which after the break, I'm going to be very curious to ask a few questions about. That'll be Monster in My Pocket. Never heard of it, never seen it. Interested in hearing Drex's story behind that. But real quick before our break, remember that Mercy Kill is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. West Coast Weekend is December 4th through the 6th, and the schedule will be released on November 20th. And with that, everybody get up, stretch, hydrate, and we'll be right back with Drax and Mercy Kill. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I'm Skyvilles, and I am joined here by the Drex23 with the final game for Drex tonight. Oth will be running a game after Drex. Monster in My Pocket, which I had talked to Drex on the break. I'm like, what do you know about this game? And Drex is like, I actually don't remember much about this game, but this has nothing to do with Pokemon. That is the only thing we know. Drex, how you doing? How are you feeling after 2 games in the hot seat?
I'm feeling pretty good, but this is definitely the game that I am least confident in because it's been a long time since I worked on this game. So
what type of, I mean, even I don't know, what type of genre is this game?
This is just your standard side-scrolling platformer. It's not too complicated. There's not a ton of like really advanced strats in this. This is going to be more of like just a raw execution type of game where as long as you do things at the right time, you can get a pretty decent time, even if you don't learn any of the the few advanced strategies that there are. There's not a ton. There is one skip that I remember how to set up that I will try to do. But other than that, it's just try to stay alive. Maintaining your health is really important in this because there's a couple of bosses that you want to basically damage boost on to kind of get quick kills on them. So that's what I'll try to be doing, is maintaining my health and maintaining the amount of lives that I have. Because if you do game over in this game, you start over. You start the level that you're on all the way over. So there's no checkpoints mid-level or anything like that. So most of the time, if you do game over in this game, it's usually in the last level, and it's very long. It's longer than any of the other levels because it's kind of in traditional Konami fashion. It is a boss rush. So
you didn't tell me.
We'll be refighting all of the bosses that we've seen throughout the game on the last level. So if you game over there, you're losing a lot of time. So that's where this could go from, beating the estimate to falling way behind, because the last level takes about 5-6 minutes, if I recall correctly, to beat. So
you didn't tell me this was a Konami game. I may have run a couple of Konami games on the NES myself, known as Castlevania 1 and Castlevania 3. So I'm very much looking forward to this, if this is a piece from Konami. Drex, are you ready to go? This is your final run. And remember, folks, if you want to follow Drex, that is twitch.tv/Drex23. Please give Drex a follow. All sorts of wonderful content on there. I've seen Drex do some Kaizo Mario mods, and I've also seen some SMV 3D worlds. So lots of neat content on Drex's channel. Drex, on your countdown, let's do this.
All right. Give you the countdown here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, this looks spoopy.
So, basically what I'm going to be doing here is trying to get through without taking damage, and I'm going to also try to kill enough enemies to not have a lot of lag. So this is really a game about lag optimization. The more stuff you have on screen here, the worse it gets, and it can get pretty bad. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing is going to be trying to avoid lag. But also, killing stuff is kind of slow, so we want to skip as much as we can.
So are you miniaturized in this game? I think that's what it looks like.
The concept of this game is, these were like little toys that you could get back in the 80s. And they were all the classic monsters from movies and that kind of thing. So in this game, they've come to life. And I believe there was a cartoon also.
Wow.
Okay, this is going to be our first boss. It's going to jump around and throw knives at you, and you want to, oh boy, not take hits if you can. And you see that your attack has a hitbox that kind of stays out, so you can kind of time getting extra hits and that kind of thing based on their pattern. So you just kind of want to follow their pattern, and that's something I'll do a lot with a lot of the bosses in this game.
Wow, not that far behind your PB at all. And this time I mean it for real, not like the last one where I thought you were right, aligned with your PB.
This game, it takes a big difficulty swing once you get towards the end. So the first few levels are not too hard, but it definitely does get a little bit harder.
This game is so old, it keeps track of your points.
Yeah, games don't do that anymore, do they?
Not as much. Not as much as we're used to.
And the points do come into play here. You do get extra lives based on your points, so we will be trying to get some points as well. Also, because of sprite limitations in the game, sometimes you don't get health to spawn if there's too many sprites on screen. So, again, knowing where and what to kill is important. So we should get 2 health here. Yeah, we did. Okay, perfect. Actually, there's 3 health. Doesn't always spawn.
One of those games where you can drop down on platforms. That's cool.
Our second boss. If this boss hits you with the ice, it freezes you, and then you take damage when he runs into you, so we try to avoid that as much as possible. If you hit him right as he hits the wall and he turns around, you can actually force him to not throw an ice beam out. So try to do that as much as possible when you fight him.
Nice.
And there's our first extra life. This level we're gonna be going down into the sewer. I'm gonna grab this health because you really need all your health here. Oh boy. For this level. So I do have 2 extra life bars there, so now I'm gonna try not to take any damage because I want it for the underground area. And specifically for the boss. There's one more. Oh boy. Well,
Dang, birds are jerks here.
Yeah, they definitely are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the right side of the screen here to get through this. And if I do that, I can skip spawning some creatures in the water. So we are just going to... Oh boy. I got a little too far to the right here. I think I'm just going to take a death here. Which I may have messed up the setup on this skip as well. I don't think I'm far enough to the right. Yeah, they're spawning. So what you can normally do is if you stay far enough to the right, these little guys don't jump out of the water, and then you can just ride this all the way across without any kind of trouble. Since we spawned and we gotta kill them.
Yeah, I'm recognizing some sound bites from other Konami games. So when those things dive in and out of the water, that's the same sound that the merfolk use in Castlevania 1 and 3 when they jump in and out of the water.
Here I'm going to be damage boosting, try to get as many hits on this as I can so we can get it in a few cycles as possible. But I don't want to die here, so I think I should be good. Didn't quite get the 2 cycle. You can get it in 2 cycles if you're quick on it, but just barely missed the 2 cycle.
Dang, looking at this game makes me wish I had asked Off to play Kid Drac for me. Some of the graphics in this game look very similar to that.
It's definitely got that Konami style to it.
Mm-hmm.
And also a real banging soundtrack.
I'm very much enjoying the music over here.
Oh, absolutely. So the last time Drex had played this game, or at least PB did in this game, was March of 2018. Definitely the rustiest of all of Drex's games today.
That's why I'm being as safe as I possibly can be here. Like I said, I don't want to get stuck on that the last level with not enough lives, so there's definitely more risky stuff I could be doing here to get through this quicker, well, or I could just do that.
You still have about 18 minutes left here, so you got time, Drex.
Oh boy.
Hmm?
That was no fun.
Ooh.
So I may take a game over at the beginning of the next level on purpose, just to save myself from taking that game over on the last level. Kind of see what shape I'm in coming up on that.
So you get continues in this game?
Yeah, you do. This is where the rust is really showing.
It's okay, that's part of the show. If you didn't have any rust, if you played through it perfectly, I would have wondered if you would have practiced. Rust is allowed here.
He's just lowering the bar for me for when we switch over to Bubsy 3D.
This is definitely a cooler game than I thought, but the minute I heard Konami made this, I'm like, it's gotta have some kind of quality if Konami's done it.
I can remember the pattern that this guy takes.
Yes, after this, Oz will be playing Bubsy 3D. I don't hear any enthusiasm from Off, which worries me.
Hey, we got him.
Sorry, I was responding to Railcoon in chat. They said they're 100% rooting for Bubsy 3D and the timer, not me. And I said, don't worry, I'm not rooting for me either.
Yes, Bubsy 3D is a varied game. I would agree with chat here. Oh, I never noticed the same sound when you get hit is the same sound in Castlevania 1 when you get hit. They really borrowed a lot of sound clips.
And this game came out quite a bit after Castlevania also. So this is a pretty late release on the NES. So here we're going to pick up this giant screw, which is just a regular size screw really. And we can throw this in one-hit kill all enemies, so it's going to help us out a little bit through this section. Or at least in theory it would, but...
A little under 15 left, Drex. This stage looking more like a beat 'em up here as Drex is able to pick up an item and throw it at the enemies. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on right now. I'm trying to figure out some of the themes going on here, and I got nothing.
I really don't know either.
What were they thinking?
Oh no.
If it is any consolation, your score is great.
Yeah, the big
It's looking
points.
real good. It's true. Alright, so on this boss, 5 copies of it come out, and you have to find the real one. Somehow I missed that. I could have swore I swung at that one.
How do you know which one is the real one?
Really bad.
You don't?
You don't?
You don't know until you hit it. Once you hit it, it makes flashes, makes a noise. You know you've hit the real one. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, now we're coming up on the final level, which is going to be a little bit of a... what we've already seen as far as like level design goes, but then we're going to have a boss rush as well. So now I need to kind of figure out, am I going to try to go for this with the 2 lives I have, or am I just going to take a game over here? I think I'm going to opt to take a game over, so I can try to keep the score in favor of the runners.
So you're taking both of your deaths here for a game over?
Yep,
This stage is that long?
it's that long. It's very long.
And I assume 0 doesn't count then.
Don't believe so. But it's been so long, maybe 0 does count.
But Drax, you're gonna lose all your points if you game over.
I did lose all my points, it's true.
You hate to see that.
I bet you Drax could have finished it on the 2, but I don't know how long this level is either. 12 minutes left? So now we're fighting dinosaurs, now we're in Jurassic Park.
And I'm actually probably going to wind up with 2 lives here anyway, so this actually probably was not a very good idea.
This is one of my favorite parts of the book, Dracula by Bram Stoker, is when he gets into a fight with tiny dinosaurs.
And tiny minotaurs and
in a
everything
cave.
else, yep.
Is that ceiling trying to fall on you? I can't tell.
Oh yeah, it definitely was trying to kill me there.
They can't keep getting away with this.
These Hydras, there's a way to get like right up in their hitbox, hit them, and not take a hit, but I am not succeeding at all here. This is going really bad.
Go, Drex, go!
This is really bad.
Oh goodness, those remind me of the harpies from Castlevania, just the way they were flying and chasing you.
Also, I don't know if y'all see this, but every time I play this game, this vampire dude reminds me of Grandpa from
Yep.
Monsters.
The monsters? Yes!
Yep. Yep. I see it too.
Dang, we just dated ourselves by a lot by knowing that, huh?
I mean, to be honest with you, I just watched The Monsters the other day on TV, so...
Oh really? That's cool.
Surprisingly iconic show that only lasted two seasons. A lot of people don't realize that.
I did not know that.
Well, now I realize that because you said it.
Alright, so here's going to be all of our refights with all the bosses we've seen so far. Because I'm behind on lives and life, I'm not going to be able to do any quick kills on them. So, just going to take it slow and steady here and hopefully finish this run out.
Yeah, past Drex hasn't even finished yet. By the way, about 9:30 left to go. I think you can do this still, Drex.
And now, just because this is the last level, it is not the last boss. We actually do have another boss fight after the last level as well, so still got a ways to go. We have a non-skippable cutscene that comes up too, so...
Drex wasn't kidding when he said the last level was long.
The sound
Also,
that the bosses make when they die is so sad. It's like they're crying.
Aww.
They all make the same exact sound.
Oh.
It's like the losing horn on The Price is Right.
It's gonna be really slow on this boss.
What is that, a basilisk?
It's supposed to be a kraken, I believe.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
But yeah.
Dang, even past Drex isn't done yet. This is how long of a stage this final one is.
Oh no, I did not want to take a hit there. That's done. And since you only get 20 points per kill on enemies, even bosses, you can't really rack up extra lives very easily in this boss rush. That makes it a little difficult as well.
Now every time a boss dies, I'm just gonna laugh. That's too funny now. Dang it off!
Oh, I was on the wrong side. That's not good. No, I did not want to do that. I have a lot of trouble, or at least I used to have a lot of trouble with the last boss in this level. So, I really can't afford to make any more mistakes, otherwise we gotta start all over. And then I really don't think there's any way possible to beat the timer.
Yeah, the stage is just so long. These bosses take a lot of hits. Okay, the run on this too between bosses is quite funny. It's like power walking. Yo, get
Especially
your
if you
GGs
think
out!
of him as Grandpa.
Past Drex has just finished, by the way.
No, that's not the end. That's the end of the level.
Oh no! That's the cutscene! Oh my gosh, this is long! Not yet, then.
We are definitely up against the timer here. It's
Uh-oh.
gonna be close.
Yeah, we're sub 6 right now, timer-wise. Yeah, I hadn't seen this game before, and I'm seeing text, and I'm like, that's gotta be the end of the game. Nope. Drex was talking about a cutscene, and that is a very creepy cutscene on past Drex's screen. I'll let y'all know when the real ending is. It's gonna be after whatever boss past Drex is fighting.
Okay, somehow I have managed to not take any hits here, which is very uncharacteristic of me on this boss. I don't know where I'm pulling this from, but...
Muscle memory.
That's okay. No muscle memory, because I was never
Absolutely
good at this
gaming out of control.
Oh my goodness, I got him. Alright.
Alright.
I think we might be good here. I think we might just barely squeak this one out.
Okay, now past Drex has finished, and that is a really funny freeze frame for the end. GG, past Drex!
Alright, and here goes our cutscene. Usually I do funny voices with this, but I'm gonna not do that tonight, sorry.
This is serious business for Drex.
Now we gotta read a whole novel. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Also, I love this Konami branded TV right here. I don't know why, but I just love it. And now we fight Guile from Street Fighter on TV, by the way.
Wait, seriously?
I mean, that's who it looks like, right?
A little bit. It's kind of creepy. About 3 minutes left to go, Drex.
Oh, it's gonna be a close one.
Is this a long final boss?
It's not a super long final boss.
Of course, classic lasers out of the eyes.
Yep, just like in Puggsy. A little different, though, here. Uh-oh. They're lasers that turn into demons. Oh, don't hit me. And they take a lot of hits to kill, so you just want to let them kind of do their thing. And if you time it right, you can actually get them to shoot them off screen there. That's optimal, because once they actually hit the ground, they lag. And that's time! We did it! Somehow
You
I
did
did
it! Hey! Under 3 minutes, Drex. Jeez, you were cutting it close a little bit there.
That was close.
Oh my goodness, Drex! That was one of the closer ones we've had here on Mercy Kill. I sure hope that was the final battle.
that was it. It is actually done now.
Well, congratulations, Drex! 3
Thank
for
you.
3 on Mercy Kill when there are some people who enter the show and have 2 to 3 runs and cannot clear a single one. So look at Drex raising the bar definitely gamed out of his mind, and future runners are definitely going to have a tough act to follow. I'm looking over here at Oth in the peanut gallery here, getting ready to take the stage here. That brings it up to 11-9. The speedrunners have caught up. Compliments of Drex.
Oth can't even mess it up for everybody else tonight. So you're welcome.
Yeah, the pressure's entirely off now. I can screw up as much as I want.
Drex, please, before you enter our peanut gallery, please let people know where to find you.
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Drex23. Like it says there on the screen down below, wherever it's at. I'm pointing some direction. I stream mostly retro stuff. Lately, when I have found a little bit of time to stream, I've been streaming some Hades and Pokemon as well, though. The new Pokemon Sword and Shield. But if I do any speedrunning, it's mostly retro speedrunning, with the exception of Super Mario 3D World. Thanks to Author Blues, he got me into that one. So that's what you can expect from my channel. I'd super duper appreciate a follow and would love to see y'all come by and say hi. And good luck to Oth coming up next. I'll stick around to hopefully have some witty commentary along the way. I don't know if I will have anything witty to say, but we'll see. And enjoy the next run, because it's one of my favorite speedruns. As dreadful as Bubsy 3D can be, if you play it casually, it's a amazing speedrun and really fun to watch. So you're in for a treat.
So before we head on break, Drex, would you recommend the Mercy Kill experience to other speedrunners?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I had a blast doing it, and kind of, like I had said at the beginning, I haven't really been speedrunning or really streaming much lately, and this definitely has kind of reignited my passion and reminded me why I love speedrunning so much. So thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. And definitely, if you're out there and you are thinking about submitting to it, do it.
Well, we are very happy to have you here, Drex. So real quick, before we go on the break and bring Author Blues in here for the notorious Bubsy 3D, very, very, very eagerly been awaiting that. Remember that Mercy Kill and GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you would like to support the stream as well as all of GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. GDQ 2021 online is January 3rd to the 10th, 2021, and the games list is out, so feel free to tweet at us at GamesDoneQuick and tell us what your thoughts are on the game list. Learn about all of our shows at GamesDoneQuick.com/hotfix. If you missed any shows or want to revisit past events, go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick to check out our VODs, and they're all there nicely and neatly arranged on list by shows. So you'll be able to catch all the past Mercy Kills, all the past random number generations, etc. If you're looking to be a chat mod, we're looking for volunteers for a Hotfix show as well. So go to GamesDoneQuick.com for more information there as well. And with that, everybody get up, stretch, hydrate. We are going to be right back with Author Blues and Bubsy 3D right here on Mercy Kill. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I am joined here by the lovely Author Blues, who will be playing the one and only Bubsy 3D. Name a better combination between speedrunner and speed game. Auth, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. My webcam's so small, it's so grainy. I'm happy to be here playing Bubsy 3D, and I hope that I play Bubsy 3D okay.
So, why did you start learning Bubsy 3D? I actually don't know the entire answer to this. All I know is we have 4 discs of Bubsy 3D in our place right now.
Yeah, I gave one of them away. I really liked learning bad games for a while. I still like learning bad games, and this one had some speedruns, but they weren't super optimized, so I wanted to really optimize them. I mean, that's the story of it. I really like Bubsy. I had never played Bubsy 3D, and so I got a copy of it to try it out and realized that the speedrun wasn't super optimized at the time, so I grinded it out. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, no. So, yes, Bubsy was part of your Bad Games project, but Auth had told me if you want to have me on for Bubsy 3D, you better do it as soon as possible because someone has taken the Bubsy 3D world record from Auth, and he might eventually want to get it back, which would involve derusting, which, as you know, in order to be on Mercy Kill, the game has to be rusty to some extent.
Yeah, I'm pretty rusty. I think this is probably one of the games that I expect is going to rust the least for me. I've run so many games that I really can't run many of them just because I learned them quickly, played them quickly, and then stopped playing them. So I don't remember a lot about them. But this is one that I put a lot of time into over the years, and I think we'll be able to do okay. We'll see. My biggest concern is remembering how the controls work at the beginning, and then once I've got that under control, I think we'll be okay.
So, any safety strats, Oth? Anything you feel like you may want to do in order to meet that estimate?
I'm not going to take any safety strats. The only quote unquote safety strat I'm using is I'm using more lives. There's a way that you can turn on 99 lives. Not because that really gives me any particular advantage. You can just save after every level if you really want to, but I just didn't think saving would be particularly interesting to watch, so I just turned on 99 lives so I can go for all the stupid stuff.
Well, I do know that cats have 9 lives. I don't know about the whole 99 lives thing, but we'll let it slide for this time, given that the timer is your main opponent and not the number of lives you have per se. Oth, are you ready to go?
Nope. But I will.
All right, Oth, on your countdown.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I've kind of let this game sit here and run for a little too long. I'm a little concerned about it just because of the fact that this game gets more buggy and more glitchy if you let it sit at the title screen for too long. So we'll see if it plays okay. If not, I'll just restart my console and we'll be good. But so the main thing in this game is basically climbing walls, which you're not supposed to be able to do, but you can if you know what you're doing. And once you get out of bounds, then you can just run to the exit.
Looks like Bubsy is running through the desert here.
So basically, you don't play the game at all, is what you're saying.
That's the point. Would you willingly play Bubsy 3D?
Yeah, good point. I have a question.
I did not remember fast disk speed. Thank you for reminding me, Smartball. Absolutely did not. So we're going to get about 3 to 4 extra seconds of cutscenes between every level, or loading screen between every level. So I hope you're enjoying a giant picture of copies of Bubsy 3D no one wanted to purchase.
Oh, I thought that was Bubsy in a tortilla factory.
No. It's all the discs that no one bought, which is all of them.
I mean, I have 4 or 5 of them laying around.
Why are we surrounded by so many copies of Bubsy 3D? I ask myself this on a regular basis. We were actually talking about this either on RNG or Mercy Kill last week. And yeah, I told people about I have 5, now 4 copies of Bubsy 3D since Oth gave one away. Still don't know why we have 4 copies in our place.
Well, because we had 5 and -1 is 4.
Also, I'm now hungry for tortillas. Thanks, Drex.
I wonder what the... Did I not grab it? I could have sworn I did. I'm glad that worked, because, Alright, I now remember some of the buttons.
That's good.
Everything you're doing on purpose, right?
Most of these things I'm doing on purpose. Some of them, not so much.
Also, chat definitely agrees that it is definitely Bubsy in a tortilla factory on the loading screen, so...
Just a few extra seconds of Bubsy's smiling face between every level. I think it's worth it.
I think Oth likes Bubsy's face, and that's why the fast disk speed isn't running.
Yeah, sorry about that. Forgot to turn on fast disk speed. No big deal. So this is like the hardest level in the game. It's the 3rd one. It's a nightmare. If you can get past this one, it's smooth sailing for a little while, which is good.
I like how you say for a while and not for the rest of the run.
No, it's definitely not smooth sailing for the rest of the run.
Actually, I started learning this run, and this level was pretty difficult, but there's a pretty difficult wall climb that comes up a little later, and that's actually where I stopped learning the game. There was a wall climb that was just impossible for me to get.
So, this game is terrible for someone with depth perception issues, such as what I have. I don't know if I could run this if I tried.
Okay, so there's a pretty tough jump right here. You're supposed to... I mean, this is just supposed to be scenery, but You can actually land on it to skip quite a bit of platforming. I really almost messed that up badly.
Ooh. There's a question. When is Oth going to speedrun all his copies of this game in a row?
Some of them work better than others. I had to pick my best disc for this run. So this is our first of 3 boss fights coming up. It's against Wooly riding on a giant flying calculator. So, I mean, creative at least, I guess.
Calculator or a remote?
I always assumed it was a calculator since it's all math in the background. Yeah, you can tell that fastest speed isn't on, because if fastest speed were on, the graphics in the background would be glitched out.
Too easy.
That's not great.
Oh, this is a great question from chat. Is this game better than Superman 64?
I like Superman 64.
Wow, Oth, what are we gonna do with you?
If my worst crime in this world is that I like video games, I'm alright with that.
Hey, nice fight, Oth.
So, I mean, this game started development before Super Mario 64, so there was really no baseline to base it on. I mean, obviously, Mario 64 got to release first, and it's pretty much the definitive 3D platformer that everything else is more or less based on, but this game uses tank controls, which are very difficult to get used to. That's the big challenge, is sort of getting comfortable with using tank controls.
I saw that, Richard. I ended up on off screen for a second. Here, let me hold my scythe at least in between scenes, so it's like I'm menacing. I'm here doing a think here, and Richard shows me in between the cutscene. I appreciate that.
What happened?
So, I was in your cutscene for a second doing a think.
Guy was in the tortilla room.
I was in the tortilla room. I don't know what I did to deserve being in that tortilla room.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take this a little bit slow. There's these little capsules you can pick up. So your air is sort of like your, more or less a life meter in these stages. If you run out of air, you just die instantly. But your air also allows you to dash, which is the fastest way to travel. I missed an air capsule because an enemy was giving me trouble, so I'm trying to play it a little bit safe here. I don't want to use up all my air as I try to get to the exit.
Is your hitbox really awkward? Because it looks awkward in this scene.
In the water levels, it's not so bad. I don't think it's too bad. My cutscene shouldn't be too much longer. It's I think the first cutscene, for instance, is like 21 seconds long with no fastest speed, but 17 with or 17 versus 13 or something like that. It's only a few seconds difference, so if you do that for the entire run, it should only make a difference of maybe like a minute, which I don't think is going to be enough to make the difference. I think if I'm that close, I probably didn't earn it in the first place. So I wouldn't say that I gave myself as generous of an estimate as the last time I was on Mercy Kill, but I did give myself a little bit of generosity. You know, you got to treat yourself well.
Yeah, that wall climb right there, that was what did it for me with this game. For whatever
some
reason.
Some of these wall climbs are harder than the others. I don't know exactly why that is, but some of them are just harder than others.
It just never seemed to find the right spot.
I think I missed the shortcut. The shortcut, I think, is back there. I'm gonna just do this the slightly longer way. Where is it? Right there. There it is. There's a slightly faster path to the exit, but I realized I had passed it and didn't remember exactly where it was. So, hey, why not, take your time. Whatever. I treat myself well these days by not playing Bubsy 3D. The reason why I'm able to be on Mercy Kill is because this game is rusty, meaning I haven't played it in a while. So as you can see, I mean, really the common theme in this speedrun is just... oh my god. Really the common theme in this speedrun is just, going out of bounds as quickly as possible. Let's see if I can figure out where I'm supposed to go in this level. The water levels are very difficult for me to navigate because I don't really remember everything.
Someone said, I haven't played this game in a while. It doesn't seem like a very good reason to play this. Oz would play this game under any circumstance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, the site's name is Run Ender, for anyone interested. The official name of the Mercy Kill site.
Kind of like the Scythe, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice pun, certainly. We all know how Oth feels about puns, though.
Puns are definitely good. That's my theory.
Oth, you have a whole emote dedicated to puns are bad. Can we get some Oth no puns in the chat? You have a lot of people feeling nostalgia for Oth's Bubsy 3D content right now. I can see it in the chat.
What ticking? Oh, this is a different level than the one I thought I was on. Okay, that's okay. It's alright. If you hold the wrong direction at the beginning, it just gives you more time to play the level.
Good question here in chat. I thought Ocean Week opened up Oth's heart to puns. I think that only lasted for a very short time, Ralcoon. Smartball in chat says, I miss when Oth used to run games like this.
Yeah, now I just play good stuff. I might try to go for some strats that are a little harder. We'll see. I gave myself those extra lives so I could go for some fun stuff.
I'm ready. The site is moving closer to Bubsy. There you go.
So this is our last water level. The water levels are miserable, so thank goodness that we're almost done with them. They're truly terrible in a unique way. They're just... If you think Bubsy 3D is a bad game, the Bubsy 3D water levels are worse.
Uh-oh, how so, Oth?
They're just not fun. I guess that's their real crime, is not being fun.
And if you don't know where you're going, it's very easy to get lost because of the draw distance as well.
I'm feeling really called out right now, Drex. I just gotta let you know. I'm feeling extremely called out right this second.
Are there any auto deaths in the water?
Only if you get hit.
Or if you run out of air.
Oh! A friend found me. I wonder where the exit is, because I gotta be honest with you. Oh, found it. Probably.
Are water levels in general ever fun? I'm trying to think of a good water level right now that y'all mention that in chat. I don't know, I kind of like riding on guard in Donkey Kong Country. That's not bad.
I'd say Donkey Kong Country does do water levels the best. I agree with you there.
Except for Poison Pond. That level, I have very strong feelings about Poison Pond.
The nice thing about learning the speedrun is that if you learn one simple trick, Bubsies hate him for it, but if you learn this one simple trick, you can just like get out of bounds on every stage and then you win. So like if you want to learn to speedrun this game, I'm sorry.
About 19 minutes and change left, Oth.
I'm gonna be real with you. I have literally no context for that number. I have no idea if I'm doing well or not, but I'm doing my best. You know, I'm giving it the real college try.
Past Oth just beat the second boss, so that gives you a little bit of an idea where you're at.
Oh goodness, Gax's water levels are terrible. I played the Titanic level on Enter the Gecko on 64. That was not fun. Looks like Oth hasn't forgotten too much of this game so far, considering.
I've got better strats than past Oth too, so that's good. Oh, except for I have to fight this boss. This boss can just go off the rails really easily. I'm hoping that I can tap into my ultra instinct and just remember all the smart things that Pastoth used to do to beat this boss really quickly. I got good vibes going right now. I see no reason why this isn't going to work out in my favor.
Is that an elephant? Yes, it is. I heard the sound and I'm like, what?
It's a woolly mammoth.
Okay, so you can't hurt this boss, so to speak. The way this boss works is that you have to get him to go out of bounds, and the only way to do that is to get him to hit the same segment of wall 3 times in a row. So you need to get him to step on a banana peel, which will make him slide, and then once he slides, he really needs to hit the same segment of wall over and over. So I've gotten him to hit pretty much the same segment of wall twice. The game's a little bit generous. It's not like the exact same tiny piece, but oh, I'm not sure that's going to count. That's a weird angle.
Ooh.
Oh, no, see, it's generous. I'm telling you. It's at least a little bit generous.
Oth is using the word generous to describe something in this game. I don't trust it.
Let me put it this way. I'm usually way more accurate than that in the past when I've speedrun this, and I looked at that and thought, that's not going to work. And then it worked, so, you know. The loading screens really just give me an opportunity to think about why didn't I turn on fastest speed.
Because then they could look at me getting ready to scythe Bubsy.
Okay, so this level has a big skip in it. It used to have a big skip in it, but now it's got a bigger skip in it. So let me see if I can pull it off. I'll give it a shot, you know?
Yeah.
I had planned to run this game again and had come up with some new strategies in preparation for it, but didn't actually ever end up running it, and so those strategies were handed off to the person who took the world record for me. So
That was really nice of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a little video showing off all the new strategies I had. So this is the part where it's going to get weird. This may work, it may not.
Don't tell me it's going to soft lock the game. That's always a fear of mine.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, we did it.
No.
I'm not sure that I necessarily did it faster than doing my old strats would have taken, but it was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Well, if you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. All I can hear you doing is spamming buttons in between the load screen.
There you go. There's me mashing X while I'm waiting for the game to start. What level is this?
That's not good if you don't know where you are in the game.
Oh, Days of Thunder. This level sucks. This level's the most tedious one. This one is the one that has the most potential for like a big time save.
Save or sink?
Well, save. I mean, this is the kind of level that there's several checkpoints throughout it, so I can make it safe. But like in the speedrun, I probably would like just ignore most of these checkpoints. If you mess up in this level, where's my ride? I gotta find my ride. Hold on. There we go. If you make a big mistake, this is the one where you're gonna lose a ton of time.
The last time I remember seeing this level, you were playing on a dance pad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did a playthrough of this on a PlayStation dance pad. That was pretty cool. I didn't finish it. I think I got to the woolly mammoth boss before I was too exhausted to continue, but it was fun.
I see you're not in a rush to do it again.
I'm in no hurry. Ooh, I was not certain I was going to land where I was trying to.
Red says you should do it again and finish it.
Oh no. I did it as a race with my good friend Nick's Report, who is actually the one who came up with almost all the initial strategies for this. I mean, I improved some of them, but he really did the bulk of the work on this game. And so he and I were racing this game on a dance pad, and he tried for a long time to convince me to like resume the race. He never talked me into it. The reason he didn't talk me into it is because it was a terrible idea all the way around. Please don't miss our stop.
Well, you did say please, Oth. At least
I was very worried I was going to miss our stop. If I missed our stop, that car was going to go for a very long ride.
At least you didn't drop a heck this time. I was getting a little concerned about that.
No, we're taking the big easy.
There you go. Oth more chill playing Bubsy 3D than any other game. It's been proven.
So this is one of the few levels that has a trick in it that's different than the common one you've been seeing, just like me climbing out of bounds. I mean, there will be a little bit of that, but there's actually a really, really cool trick that's in this one that I love showing off, and I'll see if I can get it. Well, who knows, you know?
You have about 12 and change left, Oth. I know time has no perception for you, but I'm giving you warnings just in case.
Okay. So the thing is, there's these fans that are supposed to blow you up into the air. If you hit a fan and then get stuck underneath a platform, you like build up massive amounts of speed that you can then use to fly very long distances you were never meant to go. Let's see if I can remember the order of this. I think it's this, then this. And I think this is where I want to be. Yeah. Cool.
How do you remember this? This all looks like the same collection of pixels and...
To the untrained eye, one might think that this all looks exactly the same, but in fact, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's just nonsense, this whole game.
I mean, the background kind of reminds me of Star Fox background for the Super Nintendo. That's a game I used to run, and I noticed like all the different shapes and stuff like really similar. I don't know how you remember where you're going in this, Oth, because it all looks the same after a while to me.
Muscle memory. It's just muscle memory, baby.
Smartball says the original backwards long jump.
Is this the level I think it is? There's a few late game levels I'm a little concerned. No, this is a different one. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
Oh no!
What happened? Is that supposed to happen? Are you supposed to drown Bubsy?
No, that was not part of the plan.
Hitbox for that looks kind of funky.
I can't believe they're getting away with hurting my good boy Bubsy. My good boy Bubsy did nothing wrong. Okay, I'm taking a few more hits than I would like to. Please stop. Thank you.
Again, awesome. Wait, you take ball damage in this game? This is the first time I've noticed that.
No, I got hit by an enemy that was maybe hard to see.
Oh,
Where
okay.
am I right now, and how do I not be here?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is almost certainly not where I'm supposed to be, so... Alright, this may be the first time that I'm uncertain of what direction I'm supposed to be going. We're gonna figure it out. It's Big Bubsy hours, who up?
Richard said, this is exactly what I want to hear. Everybody send some good vibes on over to Off. This could be troublesome.
Okay, I'm recognizing this more now.
Okay.
I wouldn't be having this problem if I had picked up the invincibility that's at the beginning of this stage. So this time I'm gonna pick up the invincibility and stop trying to save a second at the beginning.
You always told me that sometimes you have to go slow to go fast.
Is that what it is? Is that the thing I should be doing?
You've told me that before. It's gonna cost you more time if you die than if you just think about stuff for a second.
Yes, that too has been my experience.
I assume that's a power-up around Bubsy, the lightning bolt?
Stop falling. Okay, this is why I took by the way, this is why I took some extra lives. Also, the power-up does not respawn, and that's okay. It's not really that big of a deal. I can do this level without it, but yeah, that was an invulnerability. Hey, Drex, you're good.
I just haven't seen an example of that yet, so...
Oh, that's why Drex is the peanut gallery. Like...
I love that they put a checkpoint right before the end. Thank you for that checkpoint.
Well, that's not the intended way to exit the level, right?
You're really ruining my narrative here.
I appreciate all of your added features throughout this run, Richard. Yes, you can say how much you dislike the music, Red. That's allowed.
The music's very good. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so this is the one that I'm most concerned about. There's a lot of moving parts in this stage, and who knows how it's going to go. Let's find out together.
Oh, now you're in the city? Is this Cat on a Hot Tin Roof?
Yeah, based on the novel Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Absolutely.
It's from Pink Goes to Hollywood, which is another game Off doesn't want to acknowledge that he speedruns, but he does. I couldn't pressure him into running that for y'all tonight. Under 7 minutes to go, author believes.
It's exactly where I want to be. I've got this game by the hairs.
Uh-oh. I don't know how much wiggle room Oth gave himself for this. I have no clue how close this is actually going to be.
It's going to be pretty close, I think.
You think so, Drex?
I think it's going to be pretty close. I think past Oth is coming up on the end here.
I can't believe all the hate I'm receiving right now. Perfect shot. First try. What a god!
I'm sorry, Oth. Not everyone can game like Drex can, okay?
360 no-scope, baby!
That was pretty sick.
Got some hot memes going on here right now. Oh my gosh, how are you making these jumps? I'm really nervous.
Because I'm an expert video gamer.
Why does it say cage on the screen?
Because I removed a cage from around this mechanical spider so that I could ride this spider. He's taking me on a trip.
So wait, water hurts you, but spiders don't? That seems a little backwards.
That spider is friend-shaped. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
You know what? I know myself well enough to know I'm going to take that checkpoint.
That spider only had 6 legs, so I don't think it was actually a spider.
Oh, that's a great point. Because it was missing 2 legs, I'm now less afraid of it. That's perfect.
Bubsy still seems frightened, if you ask me.
Oh man, I love Bubsy. I love Bubsy so much.
Oh, he waved by before he fell there. That's
uh-oh. 5
sporting.
minutes remaining.
It's fine, we're down to the last few levels. I think I've got only this level and one more before the final level. So I'm not... Oh my god. How did that kill me? I launched forward and the game was like, oh, by the way, you weren't standing over a platform. BS! I was standing over a platform when I got hit.
Oh, I disagree with that one as well, but you know, the timer doesn't care about bad hitboxes, bad hitboxes.
I'm worried about Bubsy.
Oth isn't worried about the timer. What?
I've got this. I'm not nervous about the timer at all.
Hey, is Past Off done? I think Past Off is done.
I think so. Get your GGs out for Past Off, folks.
But he's not worried, so don't worry about it. We're definitely going to see the end of this run right now.
Past Off is really showing off here. What's going on? Well, it's okay. If I don't meet the time, it's just because of fastest speed.
Oh my gosh, if that's really what ultimately costs you, I don't know what I'm going to think about that.
It's okay. I'm going to take my licks. All right, yeah, I've got this level and the last one. It's gonna be tight. This level is like a minute and a half long, and the last level's not short either, so we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll do my best.
Little under 3.5 to go. This is gonna be tight, folks. No live deals is what we think about that. That is absolutely right. We have some fans of the show right here in chat. I appreciate that. If you say no live deals before I do, I know you all have seen this show before, and I appreciate that. Three minutes. Now, I do want to remind you all that even if Oth does get Mercy killed here, Oth has surpassed 2 other runs here on Mercy Kill, so Oth would technically be 2-1 on the show. Oth defeating the timer in Makaijima and Evo Search for Eden.
Did I at least... Okay, I at least hit the checkpoint over here. That's fine, whatever.
Oth, I don't know about this one.
Oh, okay. It's fine, just take the hit.
Two minutes remain.
I cannot believe I missed that platform. You have to jump out of the ship early enough. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get called. I think I will finish this level with time to spare, but not enough. That's my theory right now.
I hope we don't get DCMA'd for that, Bubsy.
What was that? He refuses to do the jumps. Man, I felt kind of bad because the last time we did Mercy Kill, I gave myself such a generous estimate. I was like, I can do this. Man, I should not have had faith in myself.
Sometimes that's how it be,
No kidding. They don't tell you that video games are hard sometimes. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, you already also gave yourself a really hard mode by putting the slower disc speed on.
Oh, you don't have to coddle me. It's okay.
I at least want to see you make it to the last level. Less than a minute to go. I'll count you down.
Okay, well, I'll be honest with you. I know for certain we don't win then, but...
I still want to see the last level. Well, that too, yeah.
Winning matters too.
Oh, this will not be the first Mercy Kill. The speedrunners will be winning after this, but only by 1 run. I know some of the December shows coming up are going to feature Glitchcat and 8F, so there's going to be some pretty good ones coming up for Mercy Kill up in December.
Oh, I'll finish this level, but I've got enough time to finish this level. We will not have enough time to even get into the next level with our 17-second load screens.
3. Oh, hang on. 2, 1, done. Okay, sorry, it was the delay there. Sorry, Odd!
That's it.
Dang.
What a bummer.
How close were you at the end? I have to know.
I mean, that was the next to last level. The last level is just basically run to the boss fight and fight it. So I was probably a minute or 2 away. It's hard to say.
I blame the disc loading. What did you say? It was going to be about a minute time loss there?
Something like that. I mean, it's, what, 18 stages times, like, 4 seconds to 6 seconds, depending on whether it's loading in or loading out. So, what, like 10 by 18? That's 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, I still had a ton of fun watching you. I forgot how difficult that Bubsy 3D run was. I mean, it was so temperamental about several of its hitboxes, several of its death boxes. I do want to ask you again, now you've been on both sides of the coin with runs being saved, runs being killed. Would you recommend the Mercy Kill experience to other speedrunners? Only
if you're good. If you're bad and you lose, it feels bad. But if you're good and you win, it feels good. So, honestly, Mercy Kill's a land of contrasts.
Well, if you ever, Oth has run, over 100 games at this point, correct? If one were to look at your speedrun.com profile?
Yeah, I've run more than 200 games, I think, at this point. Hyperstrike did the math, but that only accounts for the loading into a level. There's also a loading out of the level to go back to the main screen. So it's a little more than that, but honestly, that's my fault. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, someone just said in chat, well, now we know what possibly went wrong. I appreciate that so much. I want to thank you for being on here again. I know it was a little bit on short notice for you, but I really appreciate you being here and sharing Bubsy 3D with all those who may have not seen Beyond the First Stage and its notoriety there.
Yeah, I'd like to think that I imposed Bubsy 3D on other people, but if you want to say shared, that works too.
Thank you very much for being on. And again, as I was saying, coming up in December, we will be having more episodes. I believe we'll have 3 episodes total. I can guarantee you 2 out of the 3 right now. Again, we're going to be having Glitchcat 7 mid-December, probably going to be running some sort of Mario mod. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have ADF running Twilight Princess, and that will be a 4-hour Mercy Kill run. I think the closest we had to that was Super Mario Galaxy. So Twilight Princess and a Mario mod coming up, and then there will be one other one in early December to be announced right now. But again, thank you so much to all of the fans of the show, everybody watching on YouTube. We very much appreciate the support. And real quick before we go, couple announcements here. Remember, folks, that Mercy Kill is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Prime Gaming sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. And real quick about what's coming up later this week. Tomorrow is the first step. We have Castle Crashers this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That will feature our very own Keys and Hobbs. And Friday will be Testing Grounds at 7 p.m. Eastern with Mafia Definitive Edition. That does it here for us here at Mercy Kill, folks. Thank you all so much for your support, and we will see you in December for Mercy Kill. Take care, and thank you for stopping by.